Madam Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, and Carleton graduates, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce our honorary doctorate recipient, Roger Greenberg. Mr. Greenberg is the Executive Chairman of the Board of the Minto Group and Minto Apartment REIT, as well as the Executive Chairman and Managing Partner of the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group. Mr. Greenberg became Minto's Chief Executive Officer in 1991, holding the role until 2013. He divided his time between overseeing operations of Minto and lending his expertise to philanthropic causes in the community. Throughout his career, Mr. Greenberg has received many awards and honors, including becoming a member of the Order of Canada, the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, the Gilbert Greenberg Distinguished Service Award by the Ottawa Jewish Community, and the Ottawa Business Journal's CEO of the Year Award, and United Way Community Builder Award. He is the former Honorary Colonel of the 30th Field Artillery Regiment. Madam Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the philanthropic sector and for spearheading fundraising campaigns for numerous organizations in the health and educational sector, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon Roger Greenberg.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and upon the recommendation of the University Senate, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Mr. President, Madam Chancellor, graduates, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to participate in this happy occasion with each and every one of you here today. I'm deeply honored to have been invited to share my reflections at such an important milestone in the graduating journey, journey of this graduating class. Graduates, when you leave here today, you should feel a huge sense of accomplishment. That accomplishment is the result of many hours of hard work and dedication on your part. You have done so after more than 2 years of a pandemic that has made your educational journey unlike any that those who graduated before you experienced. Certainly, it's unlike anything I went through when I graduated far too many years ago for me to publicly acknowledge. This experience is one that would have been much more difficult to achieve without the support of the loved ones who are here in this hall with you today. So now I invite you, the graduating class, to offer a round of applause to acknowledge the love and encouragement from those individuals that have sustained you over the course of your studies. As a result of my many years of experience in the business world, I am convinced that to succeed in business and life, you need 3 things. You need to be smart, you need to work hard, and you need a lot of luck. The mere fact that you are going to be walking across this stage later this morning signals that you are indeed smart and that you know how to work hard. Unfortunately, the luck part is beyond your control. You might as well start praying for it now. I do all the time. I've often said that if I could ask the big man upstairs for any more of one of these 3 attributes, I would ask him for luck every time. Do any of the graduating class know what the World Book Encyclopedia is? I suspect not. I was given a full set of these books when I was a youngster. It was a gift from my parents and stretched the entire length of my bookshelf. It covered all the major areas of knowledge, particularly in the scientific, technical, and medical fields. It was considered the prime source of information about the world. Today, this kind of reference tool is obsolete. Back then, even the idea of the internet was outside of our imaginations. I know that you don't need to tell me that the world changes at an incredible rate. But as unbelievable as it may seem, The world that your children will grow up in will be vastly different from yours and will contain elements that are beyond the scope of your wildest dreams today. Which brings me to my next point. It's called life plans. I've met a few people throughout the course of my life who are strong advocates of having a life plan. I'll tell you that right now that I don't believe too much in such things. Yes, I do look ahead, and yes, I do set goals. And I certainly establish targets for myself, because without targets, you can't measure your success. But I also believe that a rigid plan may actually deter you from the kind of flexibility you will need to respond to the curves that life will throw at you. So as you go forward in life, I urge you to remember that while planning is important, you also need to be ready to adapt to unanticipated changes, unexpected opportunities, as well as rapid advances in the world around you. Flexibility is also one of the keys to success. As a young man joining a family business after practicing law for a couple of years, I felt as if I was playing in a band. I played an instrument and was one of the band's many members. My Uncle Irving was the conductor of the band after my father died while I was practicing law. It was my uncle who held the baton and made sure that we all started and finished on time, that we knew our parts, and that we all contributed to the final musical production. Well, life threw some curves at me, as it always does. I grew up. My uncle died at a relatively early age. In our family business, someone had to take up the baton, and that responsibility fell to me. In life, you may be a band member, or you may, as I did, need to shift roles and become a conductor. It doesn't really matter. The world needs both. But whatever role you take on, make sure that you fulfill it to the best of your ability. There's a Jewish expression called tikkun olam that literally means repairing the world. It suggests that humanity's shared responsibility with the Creator is to heal, repair, and transform the world. Many years ago, our family business created a vision statement, a mission statement, a statement of values, and a code of conduct. We also created a family mission statement and a statement of values. While there's a lot of overlap, one that guides the family, the other guides our business, one of the key elements that run through both of these guiding documents is a core belief in what we call community investment. I believe wholeheartedly that every business should give back to the community in which it sells its products and makes its profits. Our family places a strong focus on education, health, arts, and sports. We believe that by investing in these four pillars, our communities will flourish into healthier and more vibrant places to live. You, as a community member or a community leader, can do your part. You have the skills, you have the talent. Get involved to share your passion and to contribute. In doing so, you repair the world. In closing here today, I would like to share with you a quote that is written on a little card that I carry inside my wallet. It was given to me many years ago to help me cope with the challenges of parenting my special needs child. But I think it has a far broader application. The card reads as follows: "It's like climbing a mountain. If you only look up, you only see what's in front of you. It's important to look back and see how far you've come and recognize what you've already accomplished." Life is not just about reaching that mountain peak or final destination. The journey and the many milestones along the way are what we learn from. Today is one of those moments when you should pause. Turn, take a look back over your shoulder to see where you've come from and what you have achieved. Recognize the hard work that's brought you here. Savor and celebrate this moment with your family and friends. And then step forward. Take whatever fork in the road that is beckoning to you and continue your journey. I wish you well. Thank you and congratulations.